One of my biggest beauty secrets is sleep. So it's either under 4 or over 7. You know, I usually start off with a shake in the morning. I'll have like a little bit of fruit or a bar or something like that.
Lots of water. Believe it or not, it does help keep your weight down.
Jennifer Lopez swears her ageless look is built on 3 simple habits: clean eating, intense workouts, and plenty of water. But behind this basic advice is a multi-million-dollar operation that regular people simply cannot afford. Of course, people wanted to know how she was doing it. I mean, come on, even in her 50s, she was out there headlining the Super Bowl halftime show and learning professional pole dancing for her movie roles. Meanwhile, I'm only in my 20s and already dealing with a lot of back pain. So seeing her move like that is just mind-blowing. How do you do that, lady? Some pro tips would be exactly what I need right now. And those tips could be coming straight from her trainer, David Kirsch. So, this guy has trained Jennifer for years, and he says she takes every part of her health seriously. But I've been thinking, how much planning and really how much does it really cost to maintain a routine like this? Because we usually see the 1-hour workout on social media, but don't really get to see the rest of the day unfold or how expensive it really is. With a little bit of research, I found out that an ordinary personal trainer can already cost around $40 to $70 an hour, which is already a lot of bucks that a broke guy like me can afford. While high-end trainers often charge well over $100 a session, which is something that will really make me bankrupt. I mean, come on, $40 to $100? My boss isn't even paying me $5 an hour. I could only dream of $9. But enough about impossible dreams. Aside from this crazy price tag, one habit Jennifer talks about again and again is getting enough sleep. She believes good sleep is one of the biggest reasons she looks and feels her best. And Kirsch agrees that recovery is just as important as the workouts themselves.
One of my biggest beauty secrets is sleep. So it's either under 4 or over 7. That's my rule.
I mean, no shit, Sherlock. That is like common sense. I know I'm not getting paid much, but even a homeless guy knows that sleeping is good for you. Oh, well, I wish I was getting enough sleep. But it turns out she had to learn this the hard way. Back when she was in her late 20s, she actually thought she was invincible. She was sleeping only 3 to 5 hours a night, pulling long days on sets, spending nights in the studio, and filming videos on weekends. Eventually, the exhaustion caught up with her. She was sitting in a trailer when she suddenly felt physically paralyzed and could not see clearly. It was a classic panic attack brought on by pure exhaustion, and it terrified her so much she thought she was losing her mind. I don't know, man. I've been doing that for the past 26 years, and I've never experienced any of that shit. To be honest, I'm still wondering why I'm still alive. I mean, you gotta grind, especially when you ain't earning that much, even though you know you should get more sleep. That sleep won't pay the bills. Imagine how tough it is being a single guy in a harsh economy, let alone if you're a parent with limited time and money. Would you spend it trying to look younger, or would you spend it making sure your family had a better future? Anywho, Jennifer's doctor eventually told her to aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep, keep exercising, and cut back on caffeine if she wanted to keep up that pace. Bro, I can't even afford buying an instant coffee, let alone cutting back on it. Damn, I wish I had your problems. Kirsch also says there's no perfect routine that works for everyone. Your body, your stress levels, your lifestyle, and even the people around you can all make a difference. That's why he doesn't give every client the same workout plan. Well, I wish I could afford your workout plan because Jennifer's actual routine is intense. She mixes strength training, cardio, boxing, Pilates, and heavy jumping movements that push almost every part of her body. In fact, her trainer revealed that they do a ton of fast-paced, high-energy moves together. We're talking about single-leg deadlifts, side kicks, sumo lunges, and something called platypus walks. And then there's me, who can barely walk and can't even touch grass. Jennifer has said she builds her meals around lean protein, vegetables, healthy fats, whole grains, and plenty of water. The only thing I can afford on that list is water. Well, barely.
But I want you to hear it from Jennifer Lopez.
Yes.
What is it?
Water.
Water.
Lots of water. So
So how do you know if you've drunk enough water?
I don't like count it. I just drink it all day.
Really? Water? Well, actually, she's not wrong about that. I did a lot of digging and found out that water can really help with weight control, especially if it replaces soda, juice, sweet coffee drinks, or alcohol, because plain water has 0 calories. The CDC, which is the main public health agency in the United States, says swapping sugary drinks for water can lower how many calories a person drinks in a day. There's also some research showing that drinking water before meals can help some people eat less. One study had adults with obesity drink 50 milliliters of water about 30 minutes before meals, and they lost a moderate amount of weight over 12 weeks. But don't get me wrong, water is not melting fat or going to magically give you your dream abs, or even buy you Jennifer's schedule, her trainers, and her meal planning. So water really helps keep your weight down, but it won't transform your body if you don't do anything else. Basically, everyone can drink water all day and still not look like Jennifer Lopez. I mean, even me. I always drink water and I still look like shit. But water is only one part of her routine. Here is what she actually eats during the day.
I usually start off with a shake in the morning.
Okay.
And then after that, probably like right before lunch, I start getting really hungry. I'll have like a little bit of fruit or, a bar or something like that.
That's actually pretty good advice. Starting the morning with a shake can make a lot of sense, especially if it has enough protein to keep you full and, isn't loaded with sugar. The only issue is that the word shake is doing a lot of heavy lifting here. See, a shake can be a healthy blend of Greek yogurt, berries, protein, and fiber. Or it can basically be a dessert in a cup. Medical studies warn that a lot of protein powders are packed with added sugars and extra calories. Some scoops have up to 23 grams of added sugar, and depending on what else you throw into the blender, your morning drink can easily skyrocket past 1,200 calories. So the advice only works if you're actually making a healthy shake and not a glorified milkshake. The fruit part she mentioned is also a great tip. Even though she wasn't specific about it, health agencies point out that fruits like apples, bananas, blueberries, and grapes make excellent low-calorie snacks. They give your body plenty of volume, water, and fiber to satisfy your hunger without piling on a massive amount of calories. However, I'm a bit skeptical when she mentions the snack bar. She leaves out the details on what kind she eats, and you have to be careful. Grabbing a bar is definitely convenient when you're busy and need a quick option. The problem is that a lot of these packaged bars are loaded with hidden junk. It's highly recommended to check the nutrition facts label specifically for added sugars to see exactly what was put in during process. To put it into perspective, every single gram of sugar equals 4 calories. So if your quick snack bar has 15 grams of added sugar, you're eating 60 calories of pure sugar before even counting the rest of the ingredients. Wait, why am I giving you all this health advice? I'm too broke to afford any of this shit anyway. But look, at least Jennifer and I can agree on one thing: hating bad food.
I don't like giving up yummy food. Like, that's a big deal for me. But
Yeah,
it'll be
no.
something like, chicken and salad or vegetables or quinoa or something like that.
Honestly, chicken, veggies, and quinoa is pretty basic nutrition advice. It's a great balance of protein, fiber, and whole grains. Even though quinoa makes sense because it has enough protein and fiber to actually fill you up. And she's right about not giving up yummy food. Healthy eating works best when you don't ban everything you enjoy, because your overall habits matter more than a single meal. It's not bad advice, but it's just too basic. I mean, I think any celebrity can just say all of that. But her advice wasn't always this simple. Back in 2019, Jennifer challenged her followers to go 10 days without sugar or carbs. It caught on quickly, and even other celebrities joined in. 10 days with 0 sugar? I think I'm gonna die at that point. Honestly, I get why these challenges spread so fast. 10 days doesn't sound that long, and it feels like something anyone can try. Cutting back on added sugar is fine, but a temporary challenge does not really teach you anything. Anyone can force themselves to suffer for a week or two. The actual hard part is not losing your mind and eating everything in sight once the 10 days are over. But a registered dietitian, Abby Sharp, wasn't a fan of the challenge. She said quick diets like this often lead to water weight loss, not lasting fat loss. She also warned that strict challenges can make some people crave sugar even more afterward. Instead of cutting out carbs completely, she recommends choosing healthier carbs and eating them with protein or healthy fats to help you stay full. Damn, that kind of makes sense though. Her point is that you don't have to fear carbs to eat well. Choosing better carbs and pairing them with protein or healthy fats is a much more realistic habit for most people. Because, come on guys, let's be real. Completely cutting out bread, rice, or pasta can feel like a punishment. It's way easier to just eat a normal portion of carbs with some chicken or eggs, rather than trying to live like a robot for 10 days just to crash and eat a whole pizza on day 11. But pushing strict diets wasn't the only thing she was doing. Jennifer didn't stop at sharing her workouts. In 2015, she partnered with BodyLab, a fitness company that sold protein shakes, supplements, and workout programs. By this point, her health advice and her business were basically the same thing. Look, she already had a reputation for staying in shape, so having her represent the company was a massive selling point. But this is where you have to separate marketing from actual science. BodyLab sold products that claimed to boost metabolism and burn fat. But like almost every supplement out there, the bottles carried that standard warning saying their claims were never actually evaluated by the FDA. Doctors who looked at her program said the workouts and the food ideas were great, but the supplements were a different story. Exercise and eating right have decades of real proof behind them. Supplements? Not so much. Before wasting money on a pill, I want to know if my body actually needs it, or if I'm just hoping it magically gives me a celebrity's body. A famous face can make anything look convincing, but it doesn't replace real facts. She's also famous for never touching alcohol. It's something she has been consistent about for years, and she always says it's a big reason why she looks the way she does.
And when you say you don't drink at all?
I'm not a drinker. I just never started.
Honestly, guys, none of this advice is groundbreaking. If you've ever been to a doctor for a basic checkup, you've already heard all of this. Get enough sleep, eat your veggies, stay active, and drink water. And that's exactly why her routine became popular. It sounded so simple that anyone could do it. As the hype grew, magazines started breaking down her daily routines, and every interviewer wanted to know her exact secrets for staying fit year after year. But here's the thing. Eating clean, working out, sleeping, and drinking water all sound reasonable, but they still don't fully explain why she looks so different from a regular person. When Jennifer launched JLo Beauty in 2021, people became even more interested in her skincare routine. Jennifer herself has described her routine as very simple.
I've always had a very simple skincare routine. Cleanser, cream, sunscreen.
I'm not saying a simple skincare routine doesn't help, but come on, man. Genetics plays a big role in this lifestyle. Her skincare line focuses heavily on olive oil extracts and standard moisturizing ingredients. None of it is unique. You can find the exact same stuff in tons of regular drugstore products because they just do basic things like keeping your skin hydrated.
It was so important for me to create a day cream that had sunscreen. That was a game changer for me, and staying youthful is wearing sunscreen every single day.
Okay, using sunscreen every day is common sense. It's literally the most basic advice anyone can give you to prevent wrinkles. But you don't need to buy her expensive skincare line to protect your face. None of the stuff she's selling is exclusive to her. And yes, her skincare is so expensive. On the current JLo Beauty site, her gel cream cleanser is listed at $39. Her hydrating cream is listed at $59. And her SPF 30 moisturizer is listed at $55. So if you bought just the basic cleanser, moisturizer, and sunscreen from her line, that's already about $153 before tax and shipping. Her brightening serum is listed at $79 by itself. Holy mother of unnecessary price tags. That is a lot of money. The line also sells routine kits. The morning and night kit is shown on the site with an original price of $99.95 and a discounted price of $79.95. Who are you selling these products for? The Nepo babies? I can do so much more with that amount of money. Meanwhile, you can walk into a regular store and get basic skincare for way less, and it probably has the exact same effect. I mean, I just use tap water and basic soap to wash my face, and I think I look good. Well, to me at least. Jennifer has also been careful not to promise overnight results.
They like to saying all you need to use is bloqueador and you'll look like J.Lo. But the truth is if you start young, it will make a huge difference.
Sure, Jenny, but at least lower the price tag. But after Jennifer posted a video using one of her JLo Beauty products, the comment section blew up with people questioning if skincare alone was the real secret. One user straight up commented that her face was just the result of tons of Botox. Jennifer saw the comments and decided to answer them herself. Lol, that's just my face. For the 500 millionth time, I have never done Botox or any injectables or surgery. Just saying, get you some JLo Beauty and feel beautiful in your own skin. She said she had never used Botox, injectables, or cosmetic surgery. At the same time, she made it clear that she wasn't criticizing people who chose those procedures. According to Jennifer, her problem wasn't Botox itself. It was being accused that she wasn't being honest about what worked for her. I don't think her response was rude or defensive. She answered the accusation directly and even tried to end it on a positive note. The problem was, and what I think is weird, you're trying to defend yourself and then low-key promoting your company anyway? If someone already believes you're just trying to sell a product, bringing it up in the middle of that conversation is probably not going to change their mind. Also, even if you can afford or want to buy these products, you have to admit that Jenny ain't living the same life as most of us. She's basically training for world tours, movie roles, and massive performances that demand a lot from her body. Taking care of herself isn't just a personal choice, it's literally part of her job. Because in her line of work, your appearance is basically your asset. And again, you don't need a celebrity budget to have healthy skin. Most experts will tell you the basics still matter most. A gentle cleanser, a moisturizer that works for your skin, and daily sunscreen can take you a long way. Or you can just be me. Tap water and basic soap, baby. Most of us are trying to get through work, take care of our families, and pay the bills. It's hard to compare those two lives. Jennifer has the time, support, and resources to build her entire day around her routine. Most of us are just trying to squeeze healthy habits into an already busy schedule. Jennifer once said,
It starts with your skin, and it starts with how kind of rested and happy you are, because you can put on all the makeup in the world if you can't cover it up. That's the thing you can't cover up, how you feel on the inside, how you take care of yourself. People see that.
sure, she ain't wrong here, but it is easy to look rested and happy when your calendar doesn't involve a 9-to-5 grind and regular household chores. Inner peace definitely shows up on your face. But so does a team of professional chefs, personal trainers, and high-end treatments. It is great advice, Jenny, but a stress-free glow is a lot easier to maintain when you have a multi-million-dollar cushion to soften life's daily stress. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below and don't forget to subscribe.